What is going on, YouTube? It is your girl Bray, and welcome back. On today's video, we're going to be watching something very interesting, as always. On today's video, we're going to be watching this Good Samaritan save a baby from a mom trying to sell her. I don't know what's going on with these people. I know it's hard out here. I know the prices of eggs is like $40, but still, selling your child is insane. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This video is brought to you by EWU Bodycam. They are the original content creators and uploaders of this video. Big ups and shout out to the Raise World Gang. I see y'all and I salute road to 1,000. And big ups and shout out to all the new supporters that are joining the Raise World Gang. I see y'all too, and I appreciate y'all so much. Slow motion is better than no motion, but this video is for entertainment purposes only. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it.
She said, if you give me $500 right now, you can have. I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves.
What? No, I would never sell my child.
And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the bastard.
My child is my life. I never, ever hurt my baby.
And I'm like, is she crazy?
In March 2024, a woman walks into a police...
Right off the rip, does not it sound like she's lying? She did not really seem like she was shocked about anything, or she even believed her own words that she spoke in regards to loving her daughter. Just saying.
Station with an 18-month-old girl and a shocking claim. The child's mother tried to sell her own baby, and when that didn't work, abandoned her entirely. But what sounds like an open and shut case takes a twisted turn when the mother accuses the woman of orchestrating a plot to steal her baby. The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. On the afternoon of March 5, 2024, a woman comes into the Palatka, Florida Police Department with an 18-month-old baby on her shoulder and an extraordinary story.
Gonna bring her some clothes, diapers over, but we didn't. I was gonna wipe her off, but we didn't want to wipe her off because she had to take pictures of her because she's okay. Don't cry, sweetie. Because she don't deserve it.
Come down. I'll come sit with you.
Well, I'll come sit with you. All right. I called DCF to John, and he is on. He's gonna be calling me back.
Thank you so much for doing this. I know that this is way outside of what
I'm a mom first.
I understand.
The woman is an employee at H&R Block, and she says she was getting ready to close last night when a client named Jessica came in with her baby daughter.
Both of them had no shoes on. Her and Jessica walked in, and she asked me could I give her a new Emerald card because her taxes had dropped, and she left it somewhere or something happened with it. So I got ready to put her stuff in, and I noticed the baby had took her diaper off, and she was like pointing at her private, like her, it was irritating her or something. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the diaper, kids get irritated or whatever. And she was like, she's not gonna do that because I only have one diaper for her. So she put the diaper back on her. And it wouldn't, you know how the sticky side of the diaper, it wouldn't stick no more. So she like, here. And it was like, you just stupid. You should have did that. And I was like, what? So I called the police.
She says she waited until police arrived and then went home for the night, unaware that her involvement with this woman was far from over.
This morning I came 7 a.m. The mom, Jessica, was laying on the AC unit. And she was in a Dollar General's buggy. And it was drizzling. She was asleep and the baby was in there hollering. Well, I said, do you need help? Like, do you need me to call DCF so they can help you? And she said, no, don't worry about it. And she snatched her daughter out the top part and slammed her in the bottom part.
The woman says that Jessica left at that point. Not long after, someone at a nearby restaurant...
I'm sorry, but that's when it turns up. Because if you sitting over here doing this to this little baby, it's one thing to not want your kid. Go to a place where you can leave your kid and that's it. Like she said, DTF or whatever. I said DTF. Like she said, she was going to be able to call to get somebody to come and get the child or whatever, help them out. And the fact that you're not trying to do anything to help your kid, but you over here taking it out on the child because of your life circumstances, possibly on drugs, look at her. But that's very unfortunate. That's crazy.
Restaurant calls the police to complain about a woman and her baby walking around asking for food. The responding officer finds Jessica inside, annoyed that someone reported her.
Because they were worried about the baby.
Because she's throwing a tantrum.
No, well, more they wanted to make sure the baby was okay and that you were okay.
Fine. I'm trying to find emergency housing.
So what's the situation? What
Huh?
are you going through right now?
I'm going through a lot.
Like as far as housing, why are you looking for emergency housing?
Because I had a boyfriend who used to beat the out of me and I don't want it around my kid. If you can please help me in any way.
Well, okay, so I've got our victim's advocate coming out. She's gonna talk to you. She's gonna bring some stuff for the baby.
Where?
She'll be coming over here.
You know, just because the baby cries doesn't mean that they're in trouble.
No,
I'm sure you have kids.
I do. I have a son and a stepdaughter.
I can't even believe this. Is that rescue for my child?
No. They're going to a different call.
The victim's advocate arrives with her assistance, but Jessica is wary of their motives.
Really, y'all making me feel hurt.
This is the victim's advocate that told you I had come.
No, y'all really making me feel hurt. And I got 4 y'all.
We have a bunch of stuff for you and the baby.
Jessica settles enough to accept the help these women have brought for her, but she doesn't let her guard down entirely.
It's just right now, I'm needing a place to stay. She thinks y'all are probably trying to take her away from her.
We're not taking her away from mommy.
But Jessica does wind up separated from her daughter, and according to the woman at the police station, it happened later that day.
She came back to our job. At this point, she's yelling at the customers in there to give her money. I said, ma'am, you gotta leave. You have to leave now. She said, oh, I'm not leaving. And then took her in the bathroom. When she left out there, I called the police. And she literally pushed the buggy in the road and laughed about it. And then hurry up and grabbed it. And I'm like, is she crazy?
She says that although she gave the officer details about Jessica's behavior, she was told that it would come down to her word against the mother's, but it wouldn't be long before Jessica would return yet again. And this time, she would come with a shocking offer.
She came back. I see her walking back towards our job. And she said, come here, because I trust you, come here. So I'm like, oh my God. I asked 2 of my coworkers to walk out with me because I don't know what's in somebody's mind. And as I walked over there, she said, if you give me $500 right now, you can have it. I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves. And I said, are you serious? At this time, the baby got up and she was getting ready to walk in the room. And I grabbed the baby and I picked her up and I said, I'm not giving you no money. She said, well, just have her because it's just too much for me.
The woman's account nearly defies belief, but when the police speak to Jessica a couple of days later, they hear a story that could turn the entire case upside down.
I went to file my taxes at H&R Block while I was there.
So you see that she didn't say anything in regards to her child whereabouts. Like, she didn't call 911 and say, I'm reporting a missing person, or this person stole my child, or any of those things. So, like, what's going on, Jessica? What's going on? And she looked pretty cleaned up sitting right here. So, like, did she do this all because she wanted them to see that she's well now? Like, what's going on here? I kind of feel like she was on drugs when all of that stuff took place originally. And why did she have your child? And you, like, I'm just confused. Let's continue.
One of the members of my church filed my taxes for me. She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight. She said she wanted to buy her some clothes. She know I just got out of abusive marriage and I'm trying to get back on my feet.
And this was Monday or Tuesday?
No, she's only been gone for 2 days. Only 2 days.
Okay.
So-
Today is Thursday, so
Okay,
I would
so
have make it, what, Tuesday night?
Tuesday.
night, you tell me like approximately what time?
About 7.
7 o'clock?
Yeah.
7 p.m.?
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Jessica says that although she was reluctant at first, she ultimately agreed to hand her daughter over for the night.
I allowed her to take Gigi, and about an hour after that, I got a knock at the door from the police saying that I was banned from H&R Block. So I sent a text message, and I said, if you not produce my child, I'm going to call the police.
What's the worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's Crystal. She's a black.
If that's the case, then why did you not tell the cops? There's a lady that's there that has my child. So unless she gives me my child, I will be at H&R Block. I'm on my way. I'm putting my stuff on. What do you what? Why would you not mention that? What do you mean if you will not produce my child, I will call the police? The police is there. We're all about to pull up, but either way, I'm going to get my kid. Just saying.
Girl with the pink hair.
Jessica paints herself as a caring mother who was tricked into giving up her baby, which is a far cry from the story police heard at the station.
I said, do you need help? Again, I'm asking you, do you need help? And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the bastard. And I said, okay. And I got the baby. I was crying. I walked across the streets and I tried to wake her up. And I put her in my car and I told her she is going to be okay. This should not go on with the child.
You don't remember having a conversation about trying to sell Giovanna?
What?
I'm just.
No.
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 Okay.
I would never sell my child. No. I can't even believe that was even stated. My child is my life.
Not only is Jessica's story completely different, she tells the detectives that she knows exactly what's going on here.
To be honest with you, my sister, me and her have a very bad relationship. She has wanted my child. She's told lies to my entire family. I believe she sent Crystal to do that on purpose because she laughed yesterday in my face and told me I was going to be in jail. So they set this up. Sounds petty, but it's true.
I mean, what would be the reasoning they would do that?
Same reason she husband. She's spiteful.
At the police station, the woman does express an interest in keeping the child, though it doesn't seem to come from a place of malice.
So would DCF let me take her home?
Probably not, but
I just don't want her to have to go to no system. I'm just being honest with you.
there might be a way. He might have to come out and look at your house, or he
That's
might.
fine.
So we'll figure something out.
But as far as Jessica's concerned, there's no reason why her daughter can't be with her.
You know I don't deserve to be in jail for this. I never, ever hurt my baby.
If you see her here, she hit her. It's right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
She elbowed her last night.
So that was from last night?
So you can see it good now. It's swole all right here. The bruise. She got dirt all in her nose.
I'm an RN. I can't lose my child or my license.
Jessica was a licensed practical nurse, but her license was put on probationary status a year prior when she failed to notify the Board of Nursing that she pled no contest to a disorderly conduct charge. But the detectives are only concerned about Jessica's current story, which seems
That is so insane to me. So she is a bright, so she know what she's doing. She's putting on a performance of the year, first off. And that's insane that she actually is a nurse. I thought that was phony baloney, but she is a registered nurse. That is crazy. Like, girl, you could work somewhere else, but you lied to the board. Like, why? You're good at lying. You're always lying. Not you're good at it. You're always lying. So I'm not understanding what's happening here right now. Like with this girl, like, get your life right. You know how hard it is to pass them exams, and you pass them exams to play games is crazy to me.
to have a couple of significant problems.
I allowed her to take Gigi, and about an hour after that, I got a knock at the door from the police saying that I was banned from H&R Block.
Jessica's stated timeline would put this at approximately 8 p.m. However, the detectives know that she was banned from H&R Block at 11:30 in the morning.
She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight. Okay,
That would
so
make him, what, Tuesday night?
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Jessica says that Crystal took custody of the baby on Tuesday night, which would have been impossible given that the baby was sitting in the police department on Tuesday afternoon.
And what's the worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's Crystal.
But there's no one at H&R Block by the name of Crystal. The woman who brought her baby to the police station is named Anita, and she says that she only knows Jessica as a client.
Are y'all gonna let me go?
No.
No, man. No, there is a warrant for your arrest.
I'm saying, but like,
I mean, you are under arrest.
In February 2025, Jessica Woods pled no contest to her charges and was convicted of 6 crimes against her child, including unlawful desertion and illegally placing a child for adoption. She was sentenced to 4 years in prison and 10 years of probation. According to the Palatka Police Department, her daughter has been placed in foster care.
That is very unfortunate, and I'm very sorry that Anita could not take the child and the fact that the kid was going through all of that, because I felt like the way she was laying on that lady Anita, I would have been trying to fight to get that girl, because she needed to be around love. And foster care in those systems, you put wherever. Like, she might be put in the same predicament, go through the same situation, if not worse, because they be doing all types of stuff in those places, those foster homes. So like, I really hope that she's able to get her. I really, really do pray that that happens for her. And as far as the mom, like, girl, you need to get yourself together. Like, why are you having kids if you don't want to take care of them? You freaking showed up trying to be all clean and be like, oh, well, I don't know, am I really getting in trouble for this? Bro, if my daughter was gone for 5 seconds, I'm freaking out. I'm losing my mind. I'm not leaving that H&R Block until my daughter is back in my possession. I don't care about watching no overnight. The second I wouldn't have been able to get my child, if it was true, I would have lost my mind. So I really feel like that was literally all fabricated. She don't deserve to have any more children until she gets her mental together. Like, you need to seek help, and I pray that you do seek help. But if you watch this video up until this point, let me know how you feel about it. Give me a thumbs up on the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Raise World Gang fleet, okay? Because we be having a great time over here. I'll see you guys on the next video. Be sure to be a positive influence in your surroundings, and your circle, surroundings, all of that. And don't be following behind nobody unless you follow Jesus. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.